I was really quite ill. I had chronic neck pain and intense headaches, and felt as though I had just foreign bodies in my head. And after having the amalgams out, everything felt organic, and my neck stopped aching, my ears stopped aching. And then a little while later, I developed very strong allergic symptoms to just wind and pollen, and I've never been an allergic person before. The root canal that I'd had done years and years before, and actually redone quite a few times, trying to save my tooth above all else, was the cause of all of this heartache, actually. It was about the early 90s that I came across Robert, and I was having all the allergic reactions, and he just said, look, it's got to go out, got to come out. And I must admit I was quite attached to my tooth. No one really likes to lose a tooth, because we've been brainwashed for so many years that you save your teeth no matter what, no matter what. But it was always sore, there was always pain, there was always something not right about it, and you could just tell that it was getting worse and worse and worse. So finally I agreed to have it out. Best thing I ever did. Not only did the pain stop, but all of my allergic reactions vanished, literally vanished overnight, and my health improved just 10, 20, 100-fold. On every level I feel as though my life's improved.
Football. Okay, and when that happened, I lost a couple of teeth at the back, and I got infected in the top. Because I got abscesses on top of my teeth, I went to the dentist, and he said, okay, he drilled 2 holes up in the teeth, extracted the infection, and then plugged it up. And I thought it just went really black. But in that whole time, I felt unwell, just sort of run down, lethargic. My lower back then had a problem with it. And just had no energy to do anything. Yeah, if it's a case of getting up and mowing the lawn, I think, I'll talk tomorrow. Yeah, or can I put up with the 2 dark teeth and the headaches, or do I take the quantum leap and thinking, okay, look, I'm going to lose 2 of my old friends, and it's going to be a fairly major change. And I'm thinking, well, no, it's got to be better than the situation was beforehand, and straight away it has been. Whereas now, after having the procedure done and having all that mercury removed, I feel jumping out of my skin. I still don't want to mow the lawns, but I'll go out and watch my wife do it. And I haven't had a headache now at all this week. Normally I would have it most days. Particularly through this nostril. Before that was always blocked, whereas after having those 2 teeth removed, it's quite clear. Actually, I can get more air through that nostril now than the other nostril. I feel it was like this energy just sort of, the pain going, and this energy is just coming in, and feeling almost jumping out of my skin well.
For about 6 months previously, I was getting really severe headaches, and I sort of was putting it down to stress and just general workload and such, but I sort of was eating well and things, so I came in for my once every two years checkup, because I'm a bit slack about visiting dentists, and I pointed out a large lump on sort of my gum that was giving me a lot of pain, and it was just swelling up a lot. And Robert looked at it and told me that it was pretty bad, and it did actually look kind of pretty horrible. And then I took away some kind of literature on root canal therapy, looked it up on the net, and looked at the choices that I had, and I sort of decided that I should have it out. It was pretty painful by that time, but the gum had rotted away, and the root had kind of rotted away too. It was my front kind of tooth, so it wasn't a pleasant thing at all. Then about 2 weeks kind of later, the headaches had completely stopped, and it took about two weeks for them to decrease, and then 2 weeks had kind of completely gone, and they haven't returned since. And if anything, my working life has got more stressful in that time. So I kind of think that they were very strongly related to that tooth.
Yeah, I've just recently been through some major dental work to remove all the amalgam out of my mouth, and prior to that I had long periods of poor health. I used to lose a lot of weight. I had a lot of stomach problems, but prior to that, a number of years before that, I had cancer, and that goes back 20 odd years, and I had half my immune system removed, so I've had to fight infection tooth and nail since then, and my teeth were really affecting my health greatly. 3 to 4 abscesses, I can't remember how many there were, but an infection coming up all the time over the last 6 months before I had the major work done. It was affecting my health dramatically by that point, and I lost quite a few kilos and had continual diarrhoea for about 2 weeks at a time, and totally dehydrated and lacking in energy. But now, since I've had my mouth cleaned up and a number of teeth removed, the abscesses have gone and all the amalgam's gone, and I feel like I've got a new lease on life, and feel like a different person, and it's all fantastic. Yeah. Onward and upward. It's a whole lifestyle change for me since my teeth have been fixed up, and also I feel a lot more attractive.
Not immediately, maybe, it took about, a lag of 2-3 weeks afterwards, after the root therapy, and the effect is indescribable. Well, I think I'm a better man afterwards. I'm feeling great, alleviated a lot of the aches, so to speak, from my body, and the energy level is so high, it's incredible. I do not know how to explain it. I'm still working longer hours without feeling anything whatsoever. My body could take any workload, so to speak. Whereas before, it was pretty hard. I keep vitamin after vitamin, nothing could fill up that, imbalance in my body. Try to swim every day. Now it's a lot easier. The breathing process, that's one major factor. I think I'm inhaling. I'm breathing a lot easier. I could breathe in without opening my mouth all day long. The same at night. I could sleep in without breathing from my mouth. Whereas before it's completely the opposite. Disease that has hit my fingers. I could show you my fingers. It is a lot better now. I'm not feeling the soreness as before. Before I can't touch anything before without being jolted by like an electricity shock. Now I could just play, like a drum with them on my table, and I don't feel a thing. I could show you that. So whether it's cleaning, whether it's root therapy, whether, your dentist should look at the root problems right there and try to cure it. And the cure is definitely worth the few minutes of pain under the scissors and after the dental work. How do you feel? I'm feeling great.
Years ago, I decided to have my amalgams removed. I'd done some research on this. I was having a few problems with my fillings, so it was a time to have it looked at. And so I came here to this surgery, and where they do remove amalgams, and they explained to me all the details of what I had to do. I went through all of that, the detox program and things like that for different metals, and then we had them removed over a period of time. For about 2 to 3 months prior to coming to the dentist, I was having trouble with the left side of my neck, and I thought I'd pulled a muscle, but it didn't seem to go away. However, after having all the amalgams removed and then having decided to have the root canal looked at, it was decided I should have it removed, and that was done, and it was, the process was successful. But for me, it was quite interesting because within about 2 days, I noticed I didn't have this pain anymore in my neck, and from then on, I've never had this pain, and yet it was there for, 2 months or more beforehand. So I don't know, but I think there was something there that, to me, that the root canal may have been the problem.
In September 2003, I went along to my dentist and had a root canal treatment performed. Basically, as far as I was aware, everything went fine, but 4 months later, in January 2004, I started to experience problems with my balance, tingling sensations and numbness in my hands and feet. Subsequently, I was referred to a neurologist, and after many tests, CTI scans, lumbar punch, etc., I was told that the probable cause of my problems was multiple sclerosis. The problems existed really and continued from January 2004 until September 2004. During that time, obviously, I'd done a lot of my own research on the internet of possible causes and possible actions I could take. One of the things that stood out for me on the internet was the removal of amalgam. A lot of people have had relief from those symptoms by having the amalgam removed from their teeth. When I went along and saw my new dentist, the first thing they wanted to do, rather than remove the amalgam, was actually extract the root canal tooth. The amazing thing for me was that I had this root canal tooth pulled out in September 2004, and a week later, and literally a week later, my balance started to improve, and the sensations that I'd been experiencing for 9 months started to abate, the numbness, the tingling, and basically things have just improved from there, and we're now in December 2005. I'm pretty good. I mean, to see me walk, I don't think anyone would know that there was a problem with me. I still can't run upstairs or, and I still find sometimes if I'm turning a corner a bit sharply, it's almost like mentally I forget that there's a problem. So once in a blue moon I'll find that I actually have to put my hand out. But generally speaking, things are pretty good with me. I'm not aware of any of the symptoms that I had previously. They don't keep me awake at night. I don't have any bladder urgency or any tingling or numbness. I'd kind of have a good day and then a bad day, but it was always there. First thing I opened my eyes, my first thought was like, I remember I've got this dreadful disease. Whereas now I don't really think about it very much, to be honest. In all honesty, I think I've probably got a disease that was caused by a dead tooth. I think that it triggered something. Now, whether I've seen the back of that or whether that's something that, I still need to work on and manage and the rest of it, which I think is more likely. But yeah, I honestly believe that my problems were caused certainly by that tooth and by, just the lifestyle at the time. There was an awful lot of stress, an awful lot of kind of emotional turmoil going on, and I just think it was just a combination of things that caused that bomb to go off or whatever. It's a lot better than it was in August 2004, that's for sure.